After a long night of horrific battle, the sun rises. It reflects off the armor of the fallen enemies. Like an eagle screaming through the wind, Polyneices commanded his troops with a barrage of inspiring words coupled with goading insults. He joined them in battle as their driving force.
The city was surrounded. The enemy's swords were hungry for our blood. It seemed like we'd already lost. Then, all of a sudden, our city of Thebes rose like a dragon and defeated the enemy.
The gods fought along with Thebes and King Edicles, punishing the opposing forces' bragging.
We heard their boastful words turn to screams as the enemy soldiers fell to their deaths,
leaving only Polyneices and his brother Edicles, king of Thebes, to kill each other.
As we awake to a new morning, Thebes and its many people will celebrate this victory with joy. We will sing, dance, and feast long into the night, forgetting the awful taste of war. Each temple will be full of people praising the gods for this victory.
Ismene. We have suffered enough because of this curse on our family. Have you heard there's going to be a new executive order issued?
I haven't heard anything. I know we lost our two brothers, and the Argive soldiers are treated, but I don't know anything else.
Okay, that's what I thought. Listen, there's something we need to do.
Why are you being weird?
Okay, get this. Creon buried our brother Edicles and gave him a proper funeral with full honors. But for Polyneices, he says no funeral, no acknowledgement. I mean, he's just left out there to rot in the dirt. No, I'm telling you, that's what he said. Creon has a press conference later to publicly announce this new law. The penalty is death. Are you with me or not?
You are absolutely crazy, Antigone. What do you expect me to do?
Well, I'm going to bury my brother. Are you in?
Bury him! You just said that was illegal.
He's our brother.
Think about how dangerous that is. Think what Creon will do.
Creon can't stop me.
Oh my God. Our dad, Oedipus, died as an outcast for what he did, gouging his own eyes out. And Jocasta hanged herself. Our brothers killed each other. Antigone, what could be so much worse than all of these? Think how it would look if we broke the law. Tig, the law is the law. I beg our fallen brothers for forgiveness, but we have to follow the law. It's dangerous to stick your nose in things.
If you're going to think like that, then I don't want you there. I'm going to bury my brother. This is a holy crime, and if I die, I'll die right next to him because that's what he would have done. You do what you fucking want, because obviously the God's laws mean nothing to you.
Yes, they do, but I'm not like you. I'm not strong enough to break the law that was made for the good of everyone.
Excuses. I'm leaving.
I'm scared for you.
Worry about yourself is...
Can you even do it? I don't think you can.
Leave. Leave! I'm done with you. You obviously don't care what's happening here, and if I die, so be it. Things could be
fine.
worse.
Do what you have to do. You are being stupid. always love you. Be careful.
Walk out, shuts out, when it's dark out, illuminate, cops out, shock out, when it's dark out, illuminate, walk out, shuts out, when it's dark out, illuminate, cops out, shock out, when it's dark out, illuminate, when it feels like it's too dark for you. Don't forget about your night. When it feels like it's too dark for you. Don't forget about your night.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you our new king of Thebes, Creon. With him as king, our future looks promising.
Greetings! It is my honor to inform you that the war has ended and our city is safe once again. I'm here today because I believe you can be trusted. Your loyalty to our former king was never questioned. You followed Oedipus till his undoing, and when he died, you loyally followed his children. Unfortunately, his two sons, Edicles and Polynices, have killed each other in battle, and I am now the ruler of this city. I know I can't expect full loyalty at first. However, I will prove to be an excellent leader, and will do whatever it takes to do what is right for this city. As the gods is my witness, I will not let this city fall into turmoil, and I will not deal with criminal activity and rebellion against my authority. No one values friendship more than me, but we must remember, friends can often be enemies in disguise. This is what I believe, and this is why I have come to this decision regarding the burial of Oedipus's two sons. Edicles shall be buried with full military honors, as he is a hero for dying for this great city. His brother, Polynices, will not be buried. I issue an executive order for him to be left to rot and be picked apart by buzzards until he is nothing more than a rotting carcass, and no one is to bury him unless they wish to rot with him.
If that is your law, then that is the law.
My word is my command. Soldiers have already been appointed.
What would you like me to do?
You, nor anyone, will show support to whoever breaks this law.
Absolutely. I have no interest in dying today.
Yet money talks, and even the most loyal can be bribed.
Oh, God, I'm gonna be sick. Okay. Why? Because the gods build their castles on mountains, now we do? Okay. Almost there. Here. Oh, sorry. Whew! Oh, I have to tell you something. But every time I thought about telling you, I also kind of felt like I should run back. Like the devil on my shoulder was all like, hey, dumbass, you know you're gonna get exiled or something, right? And then the angel was all like, oh, sure, but what will you do if someone else tells him first? You'll wish you'd been exiled then. And, you know, impending doom is a hell of a motivator. So now I'm here. I will warn you, this makes absolutely no sense, but like, que sera, sera, you know?
Just tell me, damn it.
Well, I didn't do it, and I didn't see who did it, and you can't punish me for what someone else did.
Good effort, saving your own skin. Although it would help if I knew what the hell you were talking about.
Well, it's like I said, it's kind of complicated, so...
Out with it!
All right, jeez. Okay, so, the dead guy, Polynices. Out there, someone, just like dirt on the body, you know? Okay, someone straight up buried him and then left.
Who did this?
I don't know. You have to believe me. Okay, so it's like this. The dirt's dry, right? There's no sign of digging, no wheel tracks, nobody around for miles. So the corporal sets us out this morning, and then he points at this pile of dirt and shit, and there it was. It was so weird, you know? Like there was barely any dirt on the body, but there was technically enough dirt for there to have been a burial. So if I were a ghost, I wouldn't be mad at it, I guess. But back on topic. So the body's there, right? And there's no dogs or other wild animals that would have done it. And then everybody went fucking crazy. Everybody started shouting, "Oh, he did it! No, she did it!" It was wild, sir. And then, we were all forging evidence and falsifying proof that we didn't do it, We were ready to walk across hot coals, cross our hearts, and hope to die. I didn't do it. I don't know who did it, but it wasn't me, And then somebody said something that just completely silenced us all. I just had to keep looking at the ground because I didn't want to hear it, They said, well, somebody's going to have to be the bearer of bad news here. And then we did a little rock, paper, scissors, and, well, I'm here. And I don't want to be, so don't shoot the messenger.
Do you think the gods could have done this?
Stop. Why do you blubbering idiots have to comment on everything? You really believe the gods favored this dead traitor? What has he done besides attack their city and try and burn it to the ground? The gods don't favor evil men. What an ignorant thought. No. Those who seek to see me lose power, those bribed, who only care about this world's one true evil, money. Bring me the traitor, or his death will be the least of your worries.
Excuse me, sir. Could I speak?
The very sound of your voice annoys me.
Are you sure it's the sound of my voice and not your own conscience?
You want to analyze me now?
No, just the words themselves are harmless. It's what actually happened that's bothering you.
You talk too much.
Okay, you might have a point, but I didn't do anything.
Sold your soul for gold, that's all you've done.
Normally you are so right, but right now you're so wrong. It's kind of ridiculous.
There's nothing funny about this. Bring me the traitor, or you'll be as dead as Polyneices.
Bring me the traitor. Me, 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 me. I wish I could, jackass. I guess I'll go home. At least I'm safe for now.
Nature was created for man to dominate it. With such great power, it has become evident that the only thing man cannot conquer is death. O wise, powerful force, O the destiny of mankind and the battle between good and evil. When we follow the law, our city prospers. When we break the law, what becomes of our city? I will never allow the lawless to be welcomed into my home or claim to share my ideals. Princess Antigone, why was she brought here?
She's guilty. We caught her red-handed. Dirt-handed? Anyway, where's the king?
He's coming now.
Why are you back so soon?
Oh, sir, well, you can never be too sure of anything, right? I could have sworn that you would never see me again. I mean, the last time, your anger, my life flashed before my eyes. But how naive, how foolish was I back then, only to have solved the case moments later. No rock, paper, scissors, or anything. I mean, I'm actually damned proud to be here. But here she is. She's guilty. Take her, judge her, throw her in the brig. I don't care. Whatever. You're welcome. Thank you.
Are you sure it was Antigone?
Yeah, we caught her in the act.
Is that the truth?
Yes, I saw it with my own eyes.
Tell me everything you know now.
Okay, so it's like this. After you basically threatened my life, we went back to the body. We dusted it off. It was rotting and stinking, so we kept our distance while still keeping guard. Nobody so much as blinked. until the sun came up. But then suddenly this huge dust devil came up, and the sky turned dark, and everything went black. We had to shut our eyes, but by God, we made it. And it lasted a long time, but once it passed, we saw Antigone. You know when you see those mother birds flying back to their nest and you can just tell some shit went down with her babies from the way that she sings? Well, Antigone had that same kind of vibe. And when she saw the body completely bare again, she started to cry. Probably because she'd done all that work and for nothing, but she then cursed out whoever had done this, sort of like damning us to hell. I mean, not cool. It was really dramatic. But she's kind of a baller actress. So then she pulls out more dirt, sprinkles it on the body, sprinkles wine 3 times for his ghost, and then we rush her and we take her, but the weird part is, she never really even seemed afraid. Not even when we did the whole shtick where we lay out her crimes, you know? She didn't even deny anything either, which is great for me. I mean, that's basically a confession, but as happy as I was to be off the chopping block, I was also really sad, you know? Because she's the princess. I mean, she's a friend. But, I mean, not that sad, because I was safe from being executed and all.
Antigone, you did this?
Yes.
Out! Did you hear about the executive order I passed recently?
Everyone heard it.
And yet you still decided to go against my word.
Yes. I had the courage to do something because it was your law, not the gods. Your executive order, Creon, was, how do I put this? Ridiculous. And what you don't seem to be aware of is the fact that you are not on the same level as the gods and their laws. The laws of the gods are never ending. I knew I was going to die. Humans die. I didn't need you to order it. And if I'm going to die like this ain't a bad way to go, if I'm being honest. I have evil all around me. I mean, I welcome death at this point. But if I had just left my brother there, I would have spent the rest of my days suffering. And now I don't. Oh, you think this is funny, Creon? You may think I'm foolish, but really, look what's happening here. I believe an idiot to be convicting me a fool.
You never learned to listen, but you will. You are guilty of not only breaking my law, but also openly defying me in front of my people. I am the one man in charge of this city, not you. This crime will not go unpunished. Go now. Bring Ismene as well. Her mind's a traitor. You and your sister will die for this.
What more do you want than my death?
Nothing.
Then fucking kill me. Your words mean nothing to me, and I'm sure you don't care what I have to say either. At least I had the courage to do the right thing.
No one thinks that but you.
They're on my side, but they won't say that.
Maybe, but you're going to die, and they aren't.
I did the right thing in my brother's name.
But Edicles, wasn't he your brother?
Yes, he was.
And you disgrace him after his death.
My dead brother would not say so.
I disagree. You sided with a traitor.
They're brothers. They share the same blood, even if you think he was a traitor.
Polynesius started a war against this country while Edicles defended it.
You should still honor the dead.
Honor is reserved for heroes, not villains.
You don't get to decide who's a hero or who's a villain.
I get to decide whatever I want.
I stand for honor and integrity, Creon, not issuing executive orders.
Silence!
You asked for Ismene?
And you, Ismene, after everything I've done for the both of you, you still try and steal my power? Tell me, are you willing to confess your share in this crime or deny it? Answer me!
Yes, I'm guilty, if she lets me say so.
No, you You have no right to say so. You would not help me, and I won't let you help me.
But I get it now, and I'm here to stand with you, to be punished equally.
The dead man and the gods who rule the dead know whose act this was. Words are not friends.
Is that a no? I want to die with you.
You shall not lessen my death by sharing it.
But we share the guilt equally.
No. Take this up with your friend Creon.
Grief makes the strongest people weak.
You are so weak. You sided with the traitor.
How can I live without her?
You are. She's already dead.
But she's going to marry your daughter.
There are plenty of women and men lining up to marry my daughter. My daughter will not marry this criminal.
Haman, your father has fucked you over.
My daughter is not marrying this woman!
Do you really want to punish Haman along with Antigone?
No. Death will do that for me.
Then she must die?
You dazzle me. But enough of this talk. Take them away and guard them well. They may be just women, but even men run when they see death coming.
Once you anger the gods, you can never escape the curse they put upon you, and neither can your descendants.
Sadness has been building in this family since Oedipus. All of his children have suffered the rage of the gods. For a time, it seemed the gods' rage was over, but now they are clearly just making up for lost time.
No prideful mortal can escape the curse of the gods.
The dreams of people are sweet, but they are often misleading. Because when people wake up, reality will scar them and they will walk around blind to what is happening. However, the ancient wisdom still rings true today. Fate works best when it depicts misery, because if you believe that you are cursed, then you already are.
Haman's coming, the last of your children. Is she coming in grief or anger?
We're about to find out. Haman, you've heard my executive order. Do you hate me or love me still?
I come with love and devotion, as always, Father. Nothing would interfere with our relationship.
Good. This is exactly how I raised you to act. A daughter following her father's commands. This is all a man could ever wish for. My daughter, respecting the rules of the house, hating my enemies as her own. But if my daughter should fail me, I have done nothing but create another problem for myself. You aren't allowed to love this woman anymore, Haman. You would lose interest in her, and after a while you'd have nothing but a burden at home who won't obey. She was the only one stupid enough in this city to break my law, and she will pay the price. Do you want me to look weak in front of my people? Or go back on my word? I won't do it. She will die. She'll beg, say she's family. I don't give one fuck. If I let my own family break the law, how am I supposed to control the people? Only a man who can control his family and keep them wrapped between his fingers is the only man fit to control the people. I won't deal with criminal activity and rebellion against my authority. I was chosen to lead. I should be obeyed. I will be obeyed in everything. My word is my command. Haman, only a man knows how to lead. When the time is right, you can rely on a man, even if death is standing at his doorstep, he will answer the door. Anarchy, anarchy, show me something more disgusting. This is why cities burn and their leaders die. Disobedience from their own people. The only way to keep control is discipline. We make the laws. We run the police. And there's no way in hell I will lose to that woman. If I ever lose, it will be to a man.
You have lost your mind. Growing up, you always told me a person's reasoning was a gift from the gods and to never lose mine. Yet here you are, the king, and your reasoning is non-existent. If you would get off your high horse for 1 second and listen to the opinions of others, you might actually learn something. You have no idea what people do or how they feel. They are scared shitless of you, so they'll only tell you what you want to hear. But unlike you, I have used my ears. The people think she should be honored for what she did for her brother, not put to death. They're on her side, not yours. Your happiness is so important to me, and I'd like to think that mine was as equally as important to you. Please, I'm begging you, don't do something you'll regret. I'm saying this as your daughter. Your opinion can't be the only one that matters or the only one that is right. People that think they're above everyone else and on top of the ladder are actually all alone. Yet they don't realize it until they fall on their face because no one is there to hold the ladder up for them. Just forget you're the king for 1 second and just be my dad. I know I'm young, but hear me out. It'd be great if we could always make the right choices, but we don't. But you can't teach before you've learned to be taught. That would be unreasonable.
Who the hell do you think you are to talk to your father like this? You think you know better than me?
Maybe if you would actually act like a father, I wouldn't speak to you this way.
You really believe it's okay to stand up for an anarchist?
Absolutely not! I have no respect for criminals.
She is a criminal.
Do the people think so?
It doesn't matter what they think. If I say she's a criminal, then that's what she is.
Now who's talking like a child now?
I am the one man in charge of this city.
If it takes orders from only one man, then it is a foolish city.
I am this city!
Fuck you!
My own daughter loves a traitor more than her own father. You disrespect me.
How about you disrespecting justice?
Disrespecting justice, when everything I've done is within my own rights.
Your rights should never interfere with the rights of the gods.
You fucking idiot! Tasted and seduced by this bitch!
Once again, you have no idea what you're talking about.
Everything you say is for her!
And for you, and for me, and for the gods.
She will be dead before you marry her.
Then she'll die. But she won't be the only one.
Are you threatening me?
It's not a threat.
I swear you'll regret talking to me like this. You've lost yourself.
Dad, you've become corrupt.
You are nothing but a young girl in love. You know nothing of what you speak of.
I apologize. You would rather I shut my mouth so you may only hear your own.
You brought this on yourself. Now, I'm going to make you watch her die. I swear to the gods, I'm going to kill her myself right in front of you. Bring her out now. Bring out the traitor.
No, you will not. I don't know you anymore. And I'm done listening. You won't see me again.
Are you just going to let her walk away?
She'll do what she wants. But she can't save these girls from death.
You sentenced them both?
You're right. Ismene can live. She hasn't broken any laws.
And Antigone?
I will entomb her In a vault of stone far from here. And if the gods decide to free her, so be it. My hands and the state's hands are now clean.
I can't watch this anymore. Antigone is facing her death.
Look at me. Do you see what's happened to me? I will never feel the warmth of the sun again. All I feel is cold dragging me under.
But the people praise you. You walk towards death without disease or scars.
I've heard the tales of Niobe. I follow her path. She was turned to stone, and her tears are the waterfalls on the tomb that encase her. This feeling of loneliness must be what she felt.
She was a goddess. If you two are the same, isn't that enough for you?
What the hell? Can't you just wait till I'm dead? I didn't do anything wrong. Why do none of you see this?
You were too daring, and now you face your consequences. You've inherited your father's mistakes.
My family has done wrong. My father, he made horrible choices. And that has affected my entire family. I don't belong here. And I've known that for a long time now.
Your actions were honorable, but the law is the law. You made your choice. This is your fault.
If you have nothing nice to say, then just let me go! Let me go! My tomb. I'm ready to see my mom, my father, and Polynices. I sacrificed my life for family, and yet they still think I did wrong. The gods, they know the truth. All I hope is that Creon pays for what he has done to me. An innocent. Thebes! I hope you see me now, the last standing daughter from this line of kings who are now dead. I hope you never forget how much you made me suffer.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs and voices never shared. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool said, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops fell, echoed in wells of silence, and the people bowed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out its warning, and the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, tenement halls, whispered in the sound of silence.
Creon, your old friend is here.
What news have you brought me, Tiresias?
There is much to say. Listen closely.
I always listen. When do I not?
Good on you.
I know what I owe you, but say what you have to say.
Once again, you have a choice to make.
I can tell you don't bring good news. Just say what you have to say.
All right, so I was sitting in my vision chair chilling with the birds who had a lot to say. Anyway, suddenly, the birds went from chatting to arguing to fighting to the death. Scared me to death. I went to start a fire in preparation for a burnt offering, but Hephaestus, god of fire, failed me. There was no flame, but it seemed as if there was. It destroyed the offering in the same way, sputtering, melting, bursting. This was a sign from heaven. My apprentice described for me what I could not see. You, Creon, did this. Because you decided to abandon Polynices' body, the gods have abandoned us. This is not a little thing that you can ignore, Creon. Look, everyone makes the wrong choice at times, but a good man knows when he hasn't, he corrects it. Don't fight with Polynices. He's already dead. Just bury him. I promise it's better for you if you do.
All my life, I've been a pawn in the game of prophets. No more, Tiresias. Even if the gods allow this traitor to move on into the afterlife, I won't change my mind. The afterlife is theirs. This city and its rule are mine. Do what you want. Get rich. Profit from this bullshit somewhere else. Sold your soul for gold. I know you took a bribe to tell me these things.
What? Is there anyone left
To do what?
Have people forgotten that wisdom is worth more than anything money can buy?
Just like money can make a sane man or a so-called prophet crazy.
You are a fool! Such a fucking fool!
Say what you want. Who am I to challenge you?
But you just said my prophecy could be bought.
All prophets are for sale if the price is right.
And generations of kings have gotten drunk with power.
Watch your fucking mouth, you're talking to a king.
Oh, I haven't forgotten. It's you who seems to have forgotten that I made you king.
You may have certain powers, but you've sold out.
I'm warning you, you are pushing me to say.
Spit it out! Just know you aren't getting paid this time.
Of course not. You realize the price is too steep.
I don't doubt it. Just know whatever you say won't change my mind.
Then you have brought this upon yourself. You have a debt to pay. Each wrong you do, each body you curse will be paid back with those you love. Polynices deserved a proper burial and was denied one. Antigone did right by her brother and is being punished for caring for a dead body by becoming one. These are your crimes. Don't think you can get away with them. The gods of hell are preparing a fate for you that is worse than the ones that you've dished out. Do you want to buy my prophecy now, Creon? In a short time, your household will be mourning, and you will be to blame. Your people will be mourning, those left unburied and unjustly killed, rotting just beyond Thebes, your great city. These are my bullets, Creon, and they're headed for you. But with that said, I will leave, and let you waste your anger on your men. Maybe then you will finally learn that wise men know when to hold their tongues.
Tiresias has gone, but her words remain to curse us. I've never known her to be wrong.
I know. This disturbs me. I can't let this go. But this city is worth more than my pride.
Creon, listen to me.
I'm listening.
Hurry. Give Polynices full funeral rites and release Antigone.
Are you sure?
Yes! Go quickly! You must be the one to do it!
I can't tell if life will be good or bad. Nothing is secure and clearly good or clearly bad. Destiny comes whether it's happy or unhappy, and no one can see their future. You can see this with Creon. He used to be happy, successful, and the father of equally successful children. Now this is all gone. His life is empty, and he is like a dead man walking. You can live like a king, with everything you could ever want. But without happiness, it means nothing.
You sound like you have bad news for us.
They are dead, and the guilty are still alive.
Who is guilty? Who is dead? Tell us!
Haman. She is dead. She killed herself. Her father's decisions and actions drove her to insanity.
Tiresias, she was right about everything.
That's what happened. Take what you want from it.
My friends, listen to what I heard while at the gate of Athena's shrine. When seeking the help of the goddess, a voice warned of more sorrow to come for my people. Upon hearing this, I fainted and was immediately surrounded by my many assistants. However, despite this fainting spell, I am strong enough to hear anything you have to share with me, for I am very familiar with grief.
My queen, I will tell you exactly what I have seen. I won't sugarcoat it. I think the blunt truth is best. Creon and I went to where Polynesius' body was lying. No one was there to mourn him, and his body was shredded by dogs. We prayed to Hecate and Pluto for forgiveness and mercy. We poured holy water on the body, and we burned what was left of it. We put the ashes in an urn. After that, we ran to the cave where Antigone was. One of the servants went first. He heard someone crying inside and told Creon. Creon went ahead, and the air was full of wailing. He begged us to move quickly. He said, "This road is the saddest I have walked. Do I have to walk it? I can hear my daughter's voice. Someone, look in and see if it is Haman or my imagination." We went in, and we saw Antigone lying there. She had made a noose from her dress and hung herself. Haman laid next to her, her arms around Antigone's waist, grieving for her. Her love was lost, and she was crying out that her father had stolen her. When Creon saw Haman, the tears rushed to his eyes, and he called to her, "What happened? Talk to me. Why are your eyes so cold to me? Please, I'm on my knees." But she didn't say anything. She just stared. Then she drew her sword and lunged at Creon, but he moved and she missed. After that, she turned the sword on herself and took her own life. As she was dying, she brought Antigone close to her again. They were together at last in death.
Where are we? What the hell is going on? The dust has only just what you say, that it's all for the best. Of course it is what you say, that it's just what we need. You decided this, what you say. What did she say?
Ransom notes keep falling out your mouth. Mid-sweet talk, newspaper with cutouts. No feeling, no, I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
You don't care a bit. Ransom notes keep falling out your mouth. Mid-sweet talk, newspaper with cutouts. No feeling, no, I don't believe you. You don't care a bit. You don't care a bit. Ransom notes keep falling.
They were together at last in death.
She just left?
It troubles me, but she knows what she needs. She doesn't want to grieve in public. I'm sure she just went to her room to cry for her daughter.
Maybe, but this doesn't feel right to me.
I'll go check on her.
Nothing you can say can touch me anymore. I have moved from darkness to final darkness. Because of my own hatred, I have killed my own daughter. My daughter's gone.
But you learned that too late.
The truth is too much to bear. I have destroyed everything.
There's more.
What more?
Our queen is dead.
No. No! No! This can't be true! Please! Tell me this isn't true!
Go see for yourself!
My wife! My daughter!
She stood at the altar and put the knife in her heart. She cried out for her dead children, Megarius and Haman. With her last words, she cursed you for their murders, then fell, and her eyes closed.
Is there no sword for me?
She blamed you for their deaths.
It is all my fault. I want nothing more from this life. Please take me away.
You're right. After all your vile decisions, you've finally chosen the right path. Let the suffering end here and be quick.
Good. I deserve to die. I just hope it's quick.
Your death will happen when it's meant to. Instead of you things to do, your future will happen on its own.
Please, I want to die.
Then no longer pray, for the gods will not listen to you.
Take me now. In my own arrogance, I have killed my daughter and my wife. I want nothing more from this life. There is nothing I can do to fix what I have done.
When will we ever learn? Are we doomed to repeat this story? When will you stand? No justice, no peace.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam,
and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming, or you sink like a stone, for the times they are changing. Come writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming, for the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changin'. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall. For he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. The battle outside a-ragin' will soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changin'. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changin'. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changin'.